Hi, my students. Today we'll be looking at chapter 6, further expansion and factorization. So it's like a build on from chapter 5. So if you're not clear about chapter 5 concepts, please go and learn chapter 5 by heart. So after this video, I will again reward you with a math pun so that watching this video wouldn't be so boring. So please watch and copy every questions over here and working in notebook. We'll be looking at page 132, question 1 ACD, question 2 ACD. After that, you'll be doing page 71 of your workbook, question 1 and question 2. Yep. So it's going back to basic again. So this time, so in previous chapter 5, we learned about multiplying 5a times a number. So this is what we learned in chapter 5. So whenever we multiply this type of situation, right, we need to multiply the number first. So 5 times 4 will be 20. After that, you need to multiply the variables with the numbers that you get over here. So it's 20 times a. So don't forget to include the a also. The a is in the party also. You need to join them together. So it's 20a. So now over here, we will be finding the products of the following expression. So product just means multiply. So 5a times 4b. Okay, so the only difference here is that there's an additional b over here. So how do you multiply? Don't worry, let's look. So first step again, multiply the numbers. Nothing new. 5 times 4 is 20. So now, after we multiply the number, we need to multiply the variables with the number. So I left with a, and I also left with b. So a times b, right, will be ab. It's because we cannot simplify it because there are two different variables. So we just put them side by side, a, b. So 20ab will be the expression. So if I get a c and d, right, it will be 20cd. So if I have ab, 5ab times 4cd, right, it will be 20abcd. So whenever there's a new variables that you multiply together, right, just add on to the train. So it's like a train track, just add on. They just bought the train. So normally when we write this expression, right, we arrange in alphabetical order. So that's why I put A then B. Yep. So let's look at the next one. So part C. So the difference of part C is that there's a additional negative sign in front of the 7e. So both are positive now. There's an additional negative sign in front. So how do we multiply? Also same thing. Multiply the numbers. So negative 7 times 2. If you're unsure, press your calculator. Calculator is your best friend. So negative 7 times 2 will be negative 14. So now, I have multiplied the number, so I'm left with E and F. So E times F times negative 14, right, will be negative 14EF. Yep. So this one is my answer. So now the last one will be negative G times negative 10H. So the only difference is that there's an additional negative sign on the second terms also. So let's multiply the numbers first. So negative G, right, there's a negative 1 in front. Normally when we write algebra, right, we don't put a 1. Because negative G alone is understood that it's 1. It's understood by the every math people in the entire world. So don't need to add a 1. So it also save you some work also. So negative 1 times negative 10 will give me 10. So now I'll left with my G and H. So G times H, right, it will be GH. So G times H times 10 will be 10GH. Okay, so since H comes first, right? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. No, G comes first, yes. GH, yeah. So 10GH will be my answer. So let's look at question 2. Okay, so this one should be quite straightforward. Nothing new. Just need to make sure that you don't leave out any terms behind. If not, they will cry. So include everyone. Let's be fair to everyone. So for question 2a, we need to expand the following expression. So for expand, right, just means you remove the bracket by multiplying the terms out. So let's do some quick recap. So 2 times 5, right, it means 2 times 5. So this bracket over here means times. It means times. It means times. So we're using the numbers to apply to algebra. So p times q minus 5, right? It means p times q minus 5. So this bracket over here means times. Repeat after me. Times. Repeat after me. Times. So whenever you have a times in front, then you can expand. If it's a plus, minus, please don't expand. Let me tell you why. So let's say I have p plus q minus 5. Is it equals to p times q minus 5? So this one over here will be p plus q minus 5. So it will be pq times 5p. Okay, so if this is too abstract, I use numbers instead. So let's say 2 plus, let's give me 7. 7 minus 5. Is it equals to 2 times 7 minus 5? Oh no, this is a bad example. Okay, let's say this one. 2 plus 8 minus 5, right? Is it equals to 2 times 8 minus 5? Let's work it out. 2 plus 6. So left hand side, right? 2 plus 6 is equals to 8. Well, for the right hand side, 2 times 3 is equals to 6. So 8 is not equals to 6. That's why they are not the same. So you can only expand when you see a bracket. If it's plus minus, please don't go and do expansion straight away. Please loop before you do anything. Please loop before you do anything. So for question 2a is p times q minus 5. So same thing first is multiply. And multiply means you use the rainbow method. So rainbow method is just an easier way for you to make sure that you don't leave any terms behind when you multiply. So p times q minus 5p. So it's pq minus 5p. Okay, so for those who are fast, you can just straight away write this second step, no issues. So negative p. Okay, so now the only thing that's changing is instead of a positive p in front, now I have a negative p. So I'm introducing another negative sign in front. So negative p times 1 will be negative p in removal method. So negative p times negative 3q, right? Okay, we also tap back onto the same thing we learned before. We multiply the numbers first, so there's an invisible one here, negative 1 times negative 3. This one will give me 3. And p times q, so it's pq. So over here, what I'm trying to do is, I'm trying to build on the concepts. So we multiply a term by itself first, before you go to expansion. Because expansion, right, you realize that it's like 2 sets of multiplication. So for the last one, 2d, negatives, I need to multiply them up using a removal method. So negative 6r times 4s, right? First step, multiply the numbers. Negative 6 times 4 is negative 24. So now I'm left with my r and s. So r times s, right, will be give me rs. So r times s times negative 24 give me negative 24 rs. So for the last term, negative 6 times negative 1 is positive 6. So r times r, it will be r squared. So r times 6 will give me 6r squared. So these will be all my answers. And this one is quite straightforward. Just need to take note of how you multiply like 2 different alphabets together. Okay, that's it. So, as I promised you, I will not forget about the joke. Let's try this one. So, what do you think the 0 say to the 8? Oh, nice belt. Oh, nice belt. Get it? I believe some of you get it. Good. If you don't get it, you can ask your friend. Thank you.